Hey again.
Hey. All right, so I'm off headed downstairs. My final Portland interview. I've done 7 of them. They've all been great. It looks like I'm going to end with a fun one. Head downstairs to grab the guy. Elevators have the best sound ever. Check, check, 2 1 2 2. Sibilance. I wish every room sounded like an elevator.
My next guest, you probably don't know by name, but I guarantee you've seen one of the projects that he's worked on. One of my favorite things about Adventures in Design is showing the world that people that create the world that they're familiar with. And we don't always necessarily talk about the art. We talk about the journey to get to creativity. This next interview was one of the greatest journeys after over 700 interviews that I'd ever been on.
Can you say your full name for me?
Alfred Kurt Berger III.
Alfred, welcome to Adventures in Design. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing pretty. I got beat up real bad yesterday, but I'm doing all right.
Yeah, you wrote me and said, "Hey, can I reschedule because I have jiu-jitsu?"
Yeah, I graduated jiu-jitsu fundamentals, and what that entails is 90 minutes of nonstop fighting, 5-minute matches with the higher, black belts, blue belts, purple belts. Just match to match to match to match, nonstop, complete exhaustion. And yeah, I broke my thumb yesterday.
Wow. Yeah, I noticed your hand was hanging there a little while.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But, I love it. It's the greatest thing in the world. Yeah.
Well, you're from Philly, so that's just like a regular Saturday afternoon, right?
Yeah. But a lot of people don't understand that. But yeah, I'm doing good besides that.
So how does a Ruffin from Philadelphia end up in the mellow northwest of Portland, Oregon?
When I was 17, all my friends were dying, like everybody.
Drugs?
Yeah, drugs and guns. And I was getting into, I've never said this before, but I was stepping into the drug game myself. And
what kind of stuff was everybody getting into?
Well, I was just going to, our connect was going down to Philly to, I think, get like a brick of weed. And he got murdered that night. And that's what started turning me around. Like, I gotta get out of here because everybody's dying. I wasn't you say roughneck, but I just wasn't tough enough to hang with that. I mean, these are murderers. These are like these are hard people that they just want to feed their kids and they don't care about anything else. And they'll do whatever they got to do. And I saw that I'm not that hard,
right?
And it doesn't pay off. So yeah, I moved from there to Hawaii.
Hawaii?
Yeah.
No shit. Yeah. You went far the other way.
Yeah, I tried to get as far away as I could, and that was, that's the farthest part of the U.S.
How old were you?
17, 18, yeah.
An 18-year-old kid, you just go to Hawaii on your own?
Left everybody. Left all my friends, everybody behind. I started meditating when I was 6, and my compassion has just been growing and growing and growing. So each hardship like that help me become who I am today. And
you're rooted deep in the world of meditation and spirituality, correct?
Oh yes, we all are.
Yeah,
I try to keep that under wraps, and I think people just pick up on my energy or how I live my life, and they're like, "What do you what's up?" And that's really all it is. And I'm happy to share with people. Definitely bring them into the fold.
I left home when I was a senior in high school, so I know what it's like to be young and alone, and yay, I got all this freedom. Boo, nobody cares about me. I kind of know that lost dog type vibe. It's really, really hard to get your shit together when you got nobody helping you do it. Like, it's just hard to get going when you start out your adult life at dead zero. It's a hard spot to dig out from. How long did it take you to sort of get your shit together in Hawaii and find that peace that you were looking for
I never really had that. Oh, nobody cares about. It's like survival mode. Being from Philly, you're kind of born into that. And my dilemma with being in Hawaii was I was surrounded by beauty, and it wasn't permeating. It wasn't appreciated. It wasn't getting in. I could look at the mountain. To me, that's what I was struggling with. I'm in paradise.
Yep.
And I'm not feeling that I'm in paradise. What's going on?
Yeah.
You know, that was what I was contending with. It was just a constant opening of my heart.
It's a Sunday afternoon, our last full day in Oregon, and all of my Portland interviews are complete. Tasty Yummies Nutritional Conference is wrapping up early so everyone else can fly back home. I have a plan to make my wife, born and raised in Buffalo, New York, go Bills, very, very happy. I'm picking her up and taking her to Mount Hood to see if I can give her a snow surprise. My wife has taken to living in California like a fish takes to water, but her love of snow will always run through her blood. If I can get her into a snowstorm and a cozy little restaurant with some good home cooking, I know I can make her happy.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
I was so excited about the snow, I forgot my knitted hat. Oh my god.
Wild.
It hurt.
This is my first time ever at like a real world ski resort. Like I've been to, shit in Indiana, but this is real.
The snow is very deep. Don't let me fall off the cliff. It's deep and I feel like I might die. It hurts a little. Can I use the camera to take a photo? I'm really in pain.
I do. Okay, so one small problem with our plan is we're in building number 1 at the ski resort we went to, and it looks like the apocalypse came. It's
fine, we'll figure it out.
Me, Beth, and that nice janitor guy, and just wads of paper towels everywhere.
You can see that there was civilization here earlier.
Yeah, there was earlier. So we are going to go try to find a restaurant, which was the whole idea of coming up here.
Or hot cocoa.
Or hot cocoa.
Or both.
Preferably both. So, guess what? No restaurants. We have drove up the mountain to a resort to drive right back down.
I don't give a shit. It's snowing and I am stoned. Please don't fall down the stairs.
It's like the road to Hana.
No, it's not.
It was just about the journey, not the destination.
Go over here.
Watch your step.
You watch your step.
Apparently, leather jackets, black jeans, and Red Wings isn't what most people wear when they go to a ski resort, because the locals have been staring at us a little bit.
What can you do? This is what happens when LA meets Portland.
Yeah, well, I'd rather look like a douchebag than a skier.
I think they're both douchebags. I'm walking like a penguin.
Oh, the truck. Oh, the truck.
I need it on, or open and on.
Say please.
Please hurry, faster. Is it frozen? It's broken. We can't get in. Hurry up, it's cold.
Why is it not unlocking?
I don't know, buddy.
What the fuck was that all about?
I was like, if it's cold and frozen, we're fucked.
Why don't you tell somebody?
Can you not hear